Hello and welcome to TNA Top 10, episode 118 for September 21st, 2025. I'm T Weave. With me, as always, are Andrew and Allison Faye.
Woo!
How's it going, fellas?
Go.
fellas. It's his new thing,
It's
I
fellas.
it's
know. I
it's
like
going
it.
to
It
happen
works.
every time now.
It works. It's
I like
going.
it.
It's Sunday. Thank God Mother Nature realized that it's fall or soon to be fall because it has been way too hot. So I am loving this cooler weather. So
Let me grab my pumpkin spice. Happy fall to
Well,
everybody.
that cooler weather hasn't happened here yet because we played
Hasn't
soccer the
happened.
last 2 days on turf, and it may have been 120 degrees on the turf. I mean, it was blazing.
Legitimately, Allison, the next 5 days in North Carolina,
yeah.
84, 84, 86, 87,
Stop.
88.
Oh my God. What the hell?
And it was
Seriously.
84 degrees today. Oh, it's
Mm-mm.
gorgeous. I love it. You guys know I love it.
I'm wearing my
Uh,
new shirt.
Oh,
Awesome.
Bucky's. Somebody went to
Wait,
Bucky's over Labor
wait,
Day
wait.
weekend. That somebody was me. Let me tell you all about Bucky's over Labor Day. Have we told you about this already?
Not
Uh,
Labor Day. It wasn't Labor Day, was it?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, it
Labor
was.
Day
Yeah.
weekend. Bucky's
Okay.
over Labor Day weekend is a mistake. It's busy enough as it is. Then it's a holiday travel weekend. This place is like Disney World. The prices are high, the place is crowded, people are smiling. It is absolutely disgusting. 100% disgusting how happy people are. I've got to, but I bought Bucky's shirt because somebody says, I said in the group chat, I'm at Bucky's, and I get back, what are you buying me? Well, brisket
So do
doesn't
me.
ship well, okay? Brisket doesn't ship well,
Damn it!
even on dry ice.
You could have done beef jerky. I like teriyaki beef jerky.
There's a whole wall of beef
I
jerky.
know.
There is a whole wall of beef jerky.
I
It
am
is very
aware.
good. Yeah, it is very good. The beaver nuggets are phenomenal. The
Yep.
restrooms are always clean. The food is always fresh. But I'm telling you,
No bottle caps.
this bitch was like the Atlanta airport. It was busy, and some genius decided we're not going to stop there once, but
Or twice.
twice, but twice.
Oh, don't say airport.
Yeah, Terry. Let's hear about your travels.
Did you go to St.
So
Louis, Terry?
we did. So let me explain why we went to St. Louis. So every year, my son enters a more competitive soccer league, and now he's in a regional league now. They've got conferences. He's starting his conference play now, but they kick off the year with a big national tournament. And we went to St. Louis for that and played 3 games over 3 days. He missed a day of school for this. Um, but I didn't want him to miss more than a day of school, so I thought we will fly to St. Louis instead of the 8-hour drive. And that was a mistake because we got a late flight out of Nashville. Show up in St. Louis 10:30. I think I can get my rental car, go to the hotel, and it'll be good. I get to budget rental car, and there's like 40 to 50 people in front of me. And 2 hours later,
Nope.
we arrive 12:30 at the hotel. And
Ooh,
he's got a game at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, you know. So we did not sleep much that night. And then I booked a really late flight leaving because I didn't know what time his game was going to be on Sunday. He ended up having an 8 a.m. game on Sunday. So we're there all day in St. Louis. We check out some things. We go to an escape room. We go eat pizza like we always do because that's what he always wants to do. And then we get back to the house about 1 o'clock in the morning, and he's got school the next day. You know, so
So let me ask the question. Did you solve the escape room?
no, we got through the first 2 rooms and got to the third room. And what I will say is, we probably would have beaten it had one of us not been taking pictures the whole time.
I totally set that one up because while they were doing the escape room, we're getting all these pictures of the escape room, and I'm
Oh
going,
yeah,
is he having
and
a
it's
good
just me and
time?
him. There's nobody else on our team. It's just me and a
Oh
12-year-old,
wow,
and I'm making
yeah,
the 12-year-old do the whole thing. But he did really well. It
that's
was
good.
fun. And I'll probably do another one for my birthday coming up.
This week I'm visiting the escape room Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I have yet to escape from the escape room in 14 years, which is why I like to refer to it as the hostage situation, also known as work. That's my version of an escape room. Ooh, we did a Clue escape. I bet you that was
that's good.
fantastic.
Super Dave.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
But I'll go ahead and wrap up the
Yes.
the St. Louis thing.
How
Won
do you
one
See the
game
art.
out of 3.
Okay.
Won the Sunday game against a really tough team from Chicago.
Nice.
Got beat by both Texas teams we played the first 2 days. Got pretty down, thinking, are we even going to score a goal while we're out here? Won the 3rd game. And we are now 2-0 after this weekend in conference play. So that's starting to beat the 2 Mississippi teams that are in our conference. So it's going well.
I like it.
And there'll be more updates.
That is fantastic. Now, did you see the
Agreed.
arch in St. Louis?
I couldn't tell you which direction it was. I also didn't see Busch Stadium. I just said, Siri, take me to X place, and Siri took me there. And other than that, you couldn't have told me. And she's listening to me. I'm not talking to you. I liked it when you used to have to say "hey" before her name.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
What car did you get?
What car did I get? Oh, the best rental car there ever is. The Honda Odyssey.
I actually remembered that, but I wanted you to say it
Oh,
because it is so functional. Terry is the soccer dad, ladies and
It is
gentlemen.
absolutely the best rental car you could ever get.
Terry is a soccer dad. Allison, Tampa Bay is up 3-0 on Boston right now. Anyway.
Well, that's a good segue. Let's go into the baseball.
Yes.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Before you do, back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse. I hadn't told you that in months. Speaking of cars, I've got a new one.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
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 That's
The Super has been retired. I had her
I'm so
2.5
sad.
years, 42,000 miles.
Beautiful.
The Super has been retired. I am now the owner of a 24 Lexus IS 500 triple black, wheels, tires, or wheels, exterior, interior. This car is fun, but I'm going to tell you, there are a few things that already annoy me about the Lexus that's 2 years newer than the Supra. Obviously, it's got more size. It's a V8 engine. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's a badass car.
It's 4 doors.
But I have to plug my phone in for Apple CarPlay to work, and that annoys me so much. So much. And the other thing is my window or my mirrors. I go to the car wash. I got to keep it clean. It's black. The mirrors I have to manually fold in. They're not automatic mirrors. In a $85,000 car, I have to get out of the car and push the mirrors in before I go through the car wash. This is the definition, folks, of real life first world problems. But that annoys the ever living crap out of me that I have to push the mirrors in, because in the Supra, you just tapped a button and both the mirrors they came right in. They folded right in.
Andrew, the next time I see one of the wireless adapters for the CarPlay, I'm just going to mail it to you because they're always on sale. Okay?
I am annoyed by the fact that I do not have wireless Apple CarPlay.
Well, your email. As soon as I see it on sale, I'll send it to you.
My
can
car
buy
doesn't
it.
even have a screen.
Yeah, doesn't even have a screen. It's got a huge screen. So
But you have a TV. It's like a mini TV.
I had decided a year ago that I was buying this IS 500. Not this particular one, of course, but the car. And they're $85,000 new. And you have to order them from most Lexus dealers, and you have to put a 10% deposit down. And I just don't want to get into all of that. So they traded for one at our store, and I decided it was time to pull the trigger and get me a new car. So I have a much more comfortable, much more high performance vehicle, but it's missing just stupid little things. It doesn't have a heads up display. I did not know how much I enjoyed the heads up display until I didn't have a heads up display. Yeah, and it's disgusting, but my transmission will never fail, Dave, and yours will.
So my mirrors fold down without me getting out, but I have to bump them into something.
That's exactly like that's what I'm saying. It's just you would think in a Lexus because it's the high-end Toyota. And yeah, I'm not one of those people that you can tell me I drive a Toyota, I'm fine with it. But
I love it.
you would think that like all of these features would be included when you're paying the kind of money you're paying for them, and they're not. Now, I will say this. I have a 360 camera, which is phenomenal because I go to the stoplight and it shows me the entire view of the car. I go to a parking space and it actually tells me, Dave, I'm a finance manager at a Chevy store. That transmission is going to fail. Thank God you listened to me and bought an extended warranty. Anyway, the Lexus, the camera will show you exactly where you're at in parking lot, back in all this stuff. It's great, but it does not have wireless Apple CarPlay or folding in mirrors, the two things that annoy me most right now. But I also lowered my payment. So there you go. Because I had a ton of equity in my Supra. And they're going to be impatient. They're selling it for about $3,000 or $4,000 less than what it's worth because they just want to flip it. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. We live in a military town. Somebody will come by. But whatever. Not my problem anymore.
Somebody will definitely buy it thinking about your neighbor and his new car too. So
yeah, well, this is a 1 in 1,500 vehicle.
Right.
With the paint and the interior and the turbo and all of that stuff. Somebody will buy it. The problem is it was just not so comfortable to continue to drive in all the time anymore. And I was bored with it because that happens. So I needed something new. Yes, Dave, Silverado. That's hurtful. Well, seldom. I know. And this is a public service announcement. If you purchase a Chevy product and you plan on keeping it beyond the factory warranty, buy an extended service plan because that sumbitch is going to break. And then you're going to be really, really mad and have to make your payment. So, you're welcome.
Okay.
Anything we can do to educate our fans, listeners, audience, and people that just stumbled across this and said, who the hell is this guy bitching about not having power mirrors in a Lexus?
We want to educate them on a little baseball now.
Let's do it.
Baseball? Is it baseball, Terry? Are you talking about these guys right here?
Well, that's part of it.
That's part of it.
And we got some new graphics because we're getting toward the end of the season, and we will talk about it more later. But we are once again next week not going to record because life is hitting all of us at once. So it'll be another 2 weeks before we record. We seem to be doing every 2 weeks these days, but that's how it is. Let's start with the National League. Here's the situation in the National League. I believe there's a slight update as of today. What I show here is the Phillies have clinched the East. The Dodgers, Brewers, and Cubs have clinched the playoffs. But according to Andrew, the Brewers clinched the Central today after I made this graphic.
For the third consecutive year.
So we know quite a bit in the National League because there's some teams with some pretty big leads.
Well, the Reds have now overtaken the Mets, excuse me, and the Reds are the number 6 spot in the division, and it's the Mets on outside looking in. I don't know the exact number, but the Mets are like 5-15 or 5-20 in the last 20. I mean, they are not winning baseball games.
Right.
And the Reds have won 6 in a row. That I did hear on the recap tonight. So when you get hot, you get hot. And this is the time to get hot.
This is the time.
This is the time. Don't be, well, we're going to get to the AL. Don't be like the Tigers, Terry. And all of a sudden, you're 1-9.
Well, the Tigers even let the Braves sweep them. But every team listed here, and apparently the Blue Jays have clinched a playoff spot.
They've clinched a playoff spot, not the division.
Okay. So these 7 teams are within like 2 games.
Yep.
So nobody up until the Blue Jays clinched a playoff spot today had clinched anything. So of these 7 teams, 6 of them are going to the playoffs.
That's right.
We just don't know what order necessarily.
And the Yankees would prefer that the Red Sox not make it because the Red Sox have had the Yankees number all season long.
Okay, so for those that are on audio without seeing the picture, I did a bad thing. You're not all on YouTube. So the Mariners, Tigers, and Blue Jays lead the divisions. The
Yeah.
Astros, Guardians, Yankees, and Red Sox, some combination of those teams is going to the playoffs.
And it's Yankees, Red Sox, Astros currently in the 1-2-3 wild card, and the Guardians are half a game behind Houston right now.
Okay.
And 1.5 or 1 game behind Detroit. So the Cleveland could come all the way back and theoretically bump Detroit to a wild card spot and win the Central Division. After 2 weeks ago, 12.5 games back, it looked like it was all but done. So, and Tariq Skubal did pitch this week after being pulled for having a left abdominal strain. So if you were a Tigers fan, your ace is back. Anyway, go ahead, Terry.
And here's the current playoff picture if everything ended today. Mariners and Blue Jays getting buys in the first round, with Astros playing the Tigers and Red Sox playing the Yankees. How about the Red Sox Yankees first round? You guys
Nope.
don't want that at all.
No, thank you.
Nope. Because it's only 3 games.
Yeah.
Then the Phillies Brewers with buys in the National League, with Reds playing Dodgers and Padres playing Cubs. If it all ended today.
Devin's been smoking the devil's lettuce again. The problem with the Yankees is the problem with the Yankees is the bullpen. And I made these jokes, and Allison and Terry get to hear them again. Lloyd's of London wouldn't insure these people. The bullpen. Jake from State Farm can't save us money. We're not getting 15 minutes or less with Geico. USAA said, get the hell out of here. The bullpen is the biggest liability to Yankees baseball. And Devin, I understand they're 2 games back, but they're also 1 step forward, 2 steps back whenever it comes to these things. The bullpen looked great today. I'll acknowledge that, until Duvall, with a 7-1 lead in extra innings, 2 outs, walks 2 consecutive batters, and all of a sudden we're getting Mark Later Jr. warming up in case we need someone else to pitch this game. I absolutely, the only thing I hate more than the Yankees bullpen is Aaron Boone. So Aaron Boone is absolutely awful, because as I tell you guys all the time, he might be the Yankees manager that sent them to the division or to the World Series with the home run, but they didn't win that World Series, and that's the jinx. So let's just go ahead and make Derek Jeter the manager, and everybody be happy in Yankee world.
I don't think anybody would complain about that, for sure.
And while I'm on my rant, because I just see Big Dumper up at the plate here, Cal Raleigh has a better home run number, a better average, and he passed Mickey Mantle for most switch hitting home runs. And he's a catcher. But when you look into the analytics that everybody obsesses over and can't maintain or contain their erections over these days in baseball, Aaron Judge wins every statistical category. Just give him the MVP and let's call it a day. The best right-handed batter the game's ever seen. Terry, since our last show, Aaron Judge passed Joe DiMaggio and Lou Gehrig on the, Yogi Berra and Joe DiMaggio on the all-time Yankee home runs list. The only people in front of him, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth. And he probably has 10 years of baseball left to play. He is a designated hitter, but he has 10 years of baseball left to play.
That's correct.
So, the best right-handed batter the game has ever seen. Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terry's not going to argue with me.
No,
he knows I'm on my bullshit.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows I'm on my bullshit today. So, because we're back.
So and by the time we come back and do another show, it's going to be October 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to be done at that point, I guess. Are we that close?
Baseball, we have 6 games left, all at Yankee
We're very
Stadium.
close, yeah.
Okay.
3 with the White Sox and 3
We may
with
be in the playoffs at that point.
Yep.
3 with the White Sox and 3 with the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
And the Yankees won 3-1 this weekend. They had 4-game series with Baltimore. They won 3-1. So
I'll take it.
But Seattle is surging And Boston is nobody wants to play Boston in the AL because they're so dangerous. You don't know which Boston team you're going to get.
That's correct.
So, but I wouldn't
Let's
be as
move-
scared of Detroit, Houston, Seattle. So anyway,
So let's move on to football because we got multiple weeks to talk about here. Let's go way back to week 3. We did not have a show, so let's just kind of recap that. Nebraska blistered Houston Christian.
the school for the
And,
blind, Terry,
yes.
59-7. Somehow we let them score, 59-7.
And Auburn
Good
beat
Lord.
South Alabama that week. That was a week that LSU beat Florida. Miami put an end to this South Florida nonsense with a 49-12 victory. And we had that. Well, I was sitting in a hotel with all the dads drinking whiskey and watching all these TVs in the hotel lobby, and we're being loud and everything. And I was sitting with a Vanderbilt fan and a Tennessee fan and a Mississippi State fan,
Oh,
and
wow.
we're all watching the football games.
Tennessee loses at the Rocky Top in
In
double
overtime,
overtime.
yeah.
Notre Dame loses in the final minute. Georgia
I
Tech
watched that one.
runs over Clemson, and Alabama does what they do against a not good Wisconsin team.
Right.
The only thing I will mention is the LSU Florida game. Terry, you talked about the 5-team gauntlet that LSU has. You cannot in Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge under the lights throw 5 interceptions and expect to win a football game.
No.
And they only won 20-10 with 5 interceptions.
Well, we'll talk about crazy stats like that later because, boy, that Auburn game yesterday. Anyway.
Nebraska too. I get it. So, yeah, but Notre Dame coming out 0-2 after week 3, picked in the top 10 by me. I can't believe how wrong I am. Miami's back. What? That's gross. Don't talk to me about the Hurricanes.
Let's talk about this week and some happenings this week. I got a few games here before we feature some games. There was rumors about Tulane giving Ole Miss a game, but that didn't happen. 45-10, Ole Miss whips them. South Carolina, who had been number 9, and let me tell you, being number 9 is not the place you want to be this year because South Carolina got put out at number 9, and then also I guess Illinois was number 9. We'll talk about them in a minute. Notre Dame gets a win, but they gave up 30 to Purdue.
A bad
Notre
Purdue
Dame
football team with
is-
Barry Odom as a first-year head coach.
Notre Dame just doesn't have a defense very well this year.
It's crazy because Marcus Freeman is a defensive-minded coach, but he lost his defensive coordinator to the Cincinnati Bengals. So
Okay.
I don't know what it is, Terry. I'm not making excuses for him, but Notre Dame's 1-2, and they are going to be knocking on the playoff door in the 11 or 12 seed spot because they'll run the table from here on out. More than
They
likely.
got they play at Arkansas, I think, next or something like that. Which Arkansas, they're pretty bad.
Yeah. But anyway, Michigan State, USC. What was that? The Iliad is that guy in that meme called it? That was amazing. Sparta versus the Trojans. That was funny.
And SMU with a second loss at TCU, 35-24. So
And
they're
TCU, we didn't
2-2.
give a lot of credit early in the season, Terry, in the Big 12, but they seem to be a lot better football team than what we may have thought
Right.
this year, anyway.
Is that Texas Christian? Is that the Horned
Yeah,
Frog?
the Horned Frogs in the purple. Yeah, the purple and
And
black.
then North Carolina is the opposite, where people gave them way too much credit. And they're getting smashed every week.
So the only thing that North Carolina did was the opening drive against whoever it was in the first game. It looked like, it was TCU. Speaking of, like, oh God, Bill Belichick's got him ready to play. And the next thing you know, it's been wheels off the bus since then. UCF, coached by Scott Frost, former Nebraska Cornhusker, former Husker coach, always will like Scott Frost. He brought the Huskers the last national championship. They are now, Terry, like 14 or 15-0.
And he brought UCF their last national championship.
Thanks to Auburn losing in the Peach Bowl. Yes, sir. He also sent a one-armed man to the NFL in Shaq Johnson as a linebacker. So the guy's a pretty good football coach if he's not in Nebraska.
I'm sorry. I gotta point this out. I don't remember where I saw this, but somebody had pointed out an old article of when he was going to the NFL. and it said something about he had the shortest wingspan of any NFL draft hopeful in history, and I'm like, oh God, he's missing a hand. People, let's
Yeah.
Oh my
back off
God.
from that a little bit.
But he played in the NFL 4 or 5 years, so I mean, it was pretty impressive. But North Carolina is a failed experiment, in my opinion, with Belichick. I know we're only 3
Yeah.
games in, but everybody's like, "Oh, we got 75 new players," but you have arguably the greatest professional football coach of all time, or at least general manager and organizer of said teams, leading North Carolina, and they can't win against anybody.
Well, I mean, when
Anybody.
his girlfriend comes to, get her allowance,
I
during
mean,
the
it's
game.
stupid.
So
I have never seen Bill Belichick so unfocused in my life,
no,
where you're getting fans and the media catching him interacting with her on the sideline
that's what I
during
mean.
the game. During the game.
It's like,
And
ma'am, know your place, get out.
God, what is and
And ma'am is really, pushing it.
he has
Pretty sure
a
she could be my
10
daughter.
He has a
Okay.
$10 million contract. It's not like they can fire him very easily either.
Yeah.
So, Shaq Griffin, my bad. High name.
Oh my
Shaq.
goodness,
Oh
the
my God.
phrasing here.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That
It
means
might
he
said
gave him a
Johnson.
high five,
He
but
gave him a high
doesn't have
five, but he hit him with
so
no
all he
hand.
can do is the no.
Okay. Oh God,
Yeah, it took me a minute too. So thanks, Devin.
Devin.
But yeah, thank you, Devin, for getting the name right. My bad. That's Shaq
But
Griffin.
we have a lot of respect for him as a player,
Yeah.
obviously, because he was on that
One-handed
team that beat my
linebacker in the
team.
NFL. Shit, get away
Oh,
from
that was a
me.
horrible season for Auburn because Auburn
They
goes to
fired
the
Gus
SEC.
that year, didn't they?
No. What year was this?
This was that 18? It was 18, so they didn't fire
he
Gus then.
lasted till
Yeah.
20. Well, so that season they win the Iron Bowl. They go to the SEC championship and get beat.
Okay.
So because they got beat in the SEC championship, they don't go to the playoffs. So then they play UCF in the bowl and lose. And Alabama wins the damn national championship.
So that was 2020. No, 2018. 2018.
Yeah.
2018. Yeah.
2017, 2018. I don't know.
May have
Too
been
many of them.
17, but it was
Yeah.
the Tua Hurts years.
Yeah. It was that year, whatever year that is.
Yep.
There's too many of them. I can't keep up with it. All right. So let's talk about some other games and let's go ahead and talk about Michigan, Nebraska.
Rough. So you cannot give up 7 quarterback sacks and expect to win a game very easily. I told you all that Nebraska is a good football team. I would never use the word elite or excellent, but they are a good football team. They are they were capable of winning this game, but they went for it on 4th down on the opening drive instead of kicking a field goal. They missed a 51-yard field goal, and they missed another touchdown pass. They also turned the ball over. Michigan busted 3 big plays, but they sacked the quarterback 7 times, and they dominated both sides of the line of scrimmage, something Nebraska used to pride itself on doing. Nebraska, as much as Holgorsen says he's not a passing guy or an air raid guy, he's got the guy to throw the ball. I mean, Dylan Raiola is going to continue to throw the ball. Nebraska has turned the ball over twice in 4 games. They've had less than 12 penalties in 4 games. They had 3 penalties in this game. So while I could harp and bitch and whatever that they lost, they have drastically improved the way they play football. But they are now 0-28 since 2016 against top 25 teams.
Oh.
Granted, some of those teams are Michigan, national champions, Ohio State, national champions. The last ranked team they beat was the Ducks in Lincoln. So the Oregon Ducks is the last team they beat in 2016. But I do not think that they're done, and I still think they'll beat USC. USC doesn't have a defense. Shocker. We're going to have a gunsling. Right. UCLA, the shit show they got going on out there in California right now is a disaster.
It is.
I'm not worried about that team. Not worried about Iowa. Not worried about Michigan State, and they have a bye week. So Dylan Raiola's closing comments at the press conference was, they're like, well, you got a bye week. How does it feel to get over this? He said, I got to taste this loss for 2 weeks instead of one.
Oh,
So, I mean, they have a winning mentality they're trying to build at
Yeah.
Nebraska. The bottom line is, though, they've got to execute and deliver on it. And special teams had been the highest rated unit in the country. And Terry talking about some jinxes. Go ahead and talk about how good a unit is and then watch them lay an egg.
Yeah.
And that is what Nebraska special teams did yesterday, was lay an egg. The other thing was, you supposedly had an offensive line that was going to protect Raiola, and they did enough to get him 308 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he got sacked 7 times.
yeah.
And his pocket awareness, because he's not a runner, is not good. It's like watching Peyton Manning or Tom Brady with, those true pocket passers, and he's not that level. Don't that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But his tendency is to throw the ball, to hold the ball. Well, if you hold the ball against an athletic defense like Michigan, guess what's going to happen? You're going to eat a sack. So he needs to learn to throw it away. But Brady and Manning both have the same issue. They couldn't run, they couldn't scramble, they couldn't get away from anybody. So he needs to use his legs more. And that's where TJ Lateef, the freshman, offers a different wrinkle. But you're not going to put a freshman in a 3-point game against a 21 ranked opponent with the opportunity to win. Raiola didn't do anything egregious yesterday, but they lost the game. And that's become, kind of the Nebraska way, is to lose the closest games possible and then get your ass blown out by an Indiana for whatever reason. We'll talk about that in a minute. But they've got a bye week, and then they play Michigan State.
Mhm.
And Michigan State is not a good football team.
So
we'll see.
Michigan, what's the deal? They break some long runs. They did one against Oklahoma.
Yeah, they've got a very, very, very good running back. He's number 1 in the Big Ten. And
Justice Haynes, is that who we're talking about?
Justice Haynes, and they've got a pretty good offensive line. But, when you break loose, the other thing was, and again, I said I don't want to be too negative, Nebraska missed tackle after tackle after tackle after tackle.
I think we're playing the same game.
And when you miss tackles, you don't win football games. When you've got no pressure, you don't win football games. And the defensive line just got out-muscled and got beat up. I mean, they're young. They're small. But Charlie McBride had the number 1 defense 5 consecutive years in a row, and they were smaller than everybody. But they were faster than everybody, too. And they won 3 national championships. So, there you go.
So you said, how do you win a football game allowing 7 sacks? My question, how do you win a football game allowing 9 sacks?
Oh.
And people have been saying 10, but if you look at the stats, it's actually 9. I guess they called one of them a run play or something. Neither team had a lot of total yards. It was a defensive matchup. The story, quickly after the game, the SEC made a statement about a missed call by the officiating crew. There were 3 big-time calls that Auburn fans are really looking at, but I keep pointing, and this is the time of my Auburn fandom when I'm arguing with my own fan base about what we need to be focused on, because everybody's complaining about the refs in a 7-point game, and I'm like, the refs did not give up 9 sacks.
Yeah, exactly.
And there were, 11, 13 penalties for triple digits in yards, offensive line holding and false start. The first touchdown that Oklahoma had, which was it set up the play that the SEC came out with a statement about. Yes, that safety to end the game was crazy. How you don't get that ball out of your hands, I don't know. But our punter, his name is Cock. Look it up. That's his real name. He's a left-footed Australian punter, and they snapped it to his left, and he goes to get it, and somebody's in his face, so he just kind of falls, and it gives Oklahoma the ball at like the 20, and then they pull this illegal play and score a touchdown, and went up 7-3, and that was after Auburn had already scooped and scored, and that got called back and called incomplete pass, and I have no clue how you have an incomplete pass when the guy takes 3 steps after he catches it, but whatever.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, and Terry, you said it like you said 11 penalties, and you said holding and false start,
Yeah.
which means Auburn's offensive line played undisciplined football. I didn't see the game, but this
Right.
would be what I'm based on what you're saying.
Exactly. The
Played
same thing you were talking
undisciplined
about.
football, trying to protect the quarterback. And the problem with that is when you get the false starts and the holdings and everything else, you're hurting your team. You're hurting yourself. And then you're
It was
punting
really
the ball.
badly timed. I mean, Auburn got the ball with 5 minutes left and did not escape the red zone and ran the whole clock out and got a safety to end it. It was like the
Well, and
worst looking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was the thing about the Nebraska game, not to back up. They ran from 20 to 20. Nebraska did whatever the hell they wanted between the 20-yard line and Michigan's 20-yard line. But when they got into the red zone, it was like the freaking Bermuda Triangle all of a sudden. There was nothing happening. And so apparently you and I had a very similar game yesterday because Nebraska scores with a minute. What did I tell you guys? A minute 29 left or something. They try the onside kick. It fails. Michigan gets a first down, Yeah.
14 tackles for loss. Here's the positives. I know there's all those negatives. The reason it was a 7-point game, Cam Coleman's a beast. Now, he only caught 3 passes technically, but he had his guys beat all night, and they just intentionally interfered in some cases. It didn't always get called, as we've seen some pictures of, but his first 2 receptions were like 45 yards and 41 yards. And then he had another play in the end zone that got called pass interference that he had his guy beat for deep and then caught a touchdown. But this dude, if they can get the ball to him, he's magic.
Well, in our discussion when we previewed this game, I gave Auburn the edge because I didn't think Brent Venables is a head coach, and at least Hugh has been there before. But I think Hugh Freeze is skating on thin ice with hot blades, personally, Terry.
Well, we'll talk about the path.
Uh-oh.
Did he
Terry freeze?
Yeah.
He froze. Terry's frozen, everybody. But no, if you missed our show, I had picked Hugh Freeze to go ahead and be the difference in this Oklahoma-Auburn game because he had the coaching experience at higher levels, beating Saban twice and all that other stuff. But the magic just might be gone. I don't know. The magic might be gone. And you actually watched this game, Allison. So
I actually watched this game. Yeah. So like that play that Terry was talking about where the guy caught it, took a couple steps, and then they're like incomplete pass.
Bye week.
Terry, are
Can you hear us, Terry?
I guess I'm back. Okay.
Okay, you're back.
You're back.
So anyway, sorry about that. Stupid internet. So so Devin's asking questions down here. No, we haven't talked about Texas. I don't know if we even included Texas in this.
We did not because they didn't play anybody.
But here's my dilemma. So I think you said it the same thing about Raiola. He's holding on to the ball. Jackson Arnold really holds on the ball, but he has not thrown an interception since he got removed from the game midway through the season playing for Oklahoma last year.
Oh.
But the trade-off is he's going to hold the ball and get sacked. So would I rather that happen, or would I rather last year when Peyton Thorne was throwing interceptions happen? I don't know. It's like, I think you can teach somebody to get the ball out or call plays where they can get the ball out quicker or block better for them. I kind of feel positive about this moving forward. Now, there's some tests coming up. But
that's my thought process because you got 13 days before Michigan State. And Dana Holgorsen is too good of an offensive mind and coach to not be able to help Raiola make the adjustments to release the ball faster.
Exactly.
It's one of the reasons I mentioned Brady and Manning. When you time their releases, they're less than a second and a half.
Yeah.
They've got the ball in their hand and it's gone in less than a second and a half. The reason for that is they know as passing quarterbacks, the defensive line, the linebackers, and the safeties and the corners are all coming for them at some point. They better have the ball out of their hand or they're going to eat a sack, to your point about Jackson Arnold.
Or with
And-
him, he can run pretty well. If they get him on the move more, then that'll set
Bootleg.
up fewer sacks. Yeah,
Bootleg
bootleg.
and move them out of the pocket. Yeah. Terry's having a hell of a time with his internet, at least on my
I
end.
know. No, me too. I see it.
Yeah. I think
feel
he
bad.
just froze again.
He
But
did. I don't know what
we
his
can-
next thought is.
I don't either. But what I will say is on the question Devin asked Allison
Yes. Hold on, I'll
about
pull it-
Arch
pull it up.
Manning flexing
There
on
you
the
go.
guy. Well, so this is like Sam Houston Community College or somebody. It's somebody Texas is just supposed to be. And he's standing. Terry's back. He's standing over the guy. We didn't want to interrupt your Auburn talk, Terry, so we moved to Texas for a second.
No, that's
He's
fine. Go ahead.
standing over the guy like he had just done something. But he's again, it's
Oh.
Sam Houston Community College. Somebody
Yeah.
put on the meme I saw. Yeah, he's flexing on a guy that's going to be selling insurance in 3 years. You know. But anyway,
Closing thoughts,
you-
Terry.
I feel positive. I feel better. I mean, I thought we might go into Oklahoma and get beat by 3 touchdowns. To be truthful with you, I think there was some sloppy play, and there was enough positives to lose by 7 points.
There was
but you also
sloppy-
said based on what you've seen, is Oklahoma is a defensive team.
Very
Which
good
would make
defense.
sense.
I think Auburn. What I don't know, and I am getting this thing about my internet kind of being slow, so I don't know what that's all about. But I'm not sure about Oklahoma's offense. I don't know how good Auburn's defense is yet until they play a couple more games. Oklahoma's offense might not be quite as good as it had been billed to be, but the defense is very good.
And Brent Venables is the head coach, so that makes sense. Defensive coordinator for a long time.
Right.
For
All right.
Dabo.
We're not quite the Dabo yet.
Damn it, Terry! I thought I got it. I thought I got it.
No. We got Florida and Miami, and this game was fairly close, but then Miami got a couple of touchdowns late. But Florida, 141 total yards,
Ooh.
0 for 13 on
Oh.
third down.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is a country ass whooping.
Yes.
Because at that point, when you know they can't convert third down, it's just whatever defense we want to call, that's what we're going to do. And you know they're in passing down situations because they're so far behind. 19 points to that Miami team is a lot of points.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of points.
And they've got a quarterback that was supposed to be one of the top quarterbacks this year, and it's just not happening.
For who?
And meanwhile,
Florida.
Carson Beck had his Latina girl summer, and all of a sudden is back to Carson Beck of national championship caliber Georgia team playing. So
Oh,
Terry doesn't get our memes anymore because
No,
he's
he
so
doesn't.
far behind. I relented on sending them to
I'm
him.
just-
But
I've just called it
sent-
quits on that.
I sent Allison one that said Carson Beck is the perfect example of what bad Latino summer can do for you. Apparently he's back, Terry. He's back on his game because of the girls he'd been messing with over the summer.
hey, look.
But Beck has shown very much that he fits within the U. I don't believe he's anywhere near what's his name? Cam Ward. I don't believe he's anywhere near the caliber of a quarterback of Cam Ward was last year. But
No, not at
Beck doesn't have to be. If he has his receivers in place, he doesn't have to be. And used Fletcher 116 yards and a touchdown, Brown 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. These are probably names we need to get familiar with. And Devin, it's not the ACC that ain't nothing to mess with. It's the Big East that ain't nothing to mess with.
The Big
'Cause
East.
as you remember, the U runs things in the Big East, sir. Sir, excuse me. A little decorum, sir. please, sir.
I thought you were saying Virginia Tech was good there for a minute or so.
Oh no, they fired their coach already 3 games
Yeah,
in.
like-
as
Oh,
did-
Lord.
as
Talking
did
about the
UCLA.
Big East.
Oh, and what about speaking of the Big East? Oh, Rich Rod getting hammered by Kansas yesterday, 52-10. Terry, West Virginia took an L
Oops.
from your almost former Alabama head coach. Speaking of L's,
teams speaking of L's, Utah with a big loss, 34-10 to Texas
in the
Tech.
fourth quarter,
Oh, no.
quarter, sir, it was 13-10 going into the fourth quarter.
And then the backup quarterback for Texas Tech comes in and scores 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's insane.
You gotta love it.
Um,
That's fantastic.
But the I'm always going to vote on Utah because they are so well established and so good. And I asked you guys, what does $55 million buy you? Does it buy you talent or does it buy you a team? And to Texas Tech's coaching staff credit, they've got Texas Tech playing as a unit, and they're only going to get better as the weeks go on. Utah's a big test for them. We have seen in the Big 12, Terry, there ain't a whole lot to be in love with in the Big 12 this year.
Not
Kansas
at all.
State fallen off. Colorado, without all the high-profile players and the gimmicks, have fallen off.
Arizona State.
Don't get me started on the mullet. Your man. We're going to talk about him. They lost to Tulsa. That's
thought
a
it might
slut
have been-
spelled backwards.
It wasn't the next slide.
But anyway,
Dang. We're predicting. I got to think about this next time.
speaking of losses, 63-10 to Kurt Signetti's Indiana. And Terry does not feel bad about Brent Bielema, but if there was ever
I love
the
every minute of it.
personification of what a Pall Mall with no filter smells like, it is Kurt Signetti's picture. That man just looks like he reeks of cigarettes. And he is such a hard ass. I bet you he smokes the unfiltered Pall Malls. The red box, too. He ain't messing with no blue boxes in the Pall Mall. It's going to be the red.
Fantastic.
All right, so Indiana put a whipping on it, basically. 579 total yards, 161. 2 rushing yards for Illinois. And this is what I was saying. Illinois was number 9 and then just gets waxed. I
In
don't wanna be number
Indiana.
9. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
in Bloomington, they got crushed by Kurt
Yeah.
Signetti's unit. And here's the thing. You can see all this offense, and it looks, 21 for 23, 5 touchdowns is ridiculous. But the defense of Indiana, exotic blitzes, fast pace, overloads, twists and stunts up front, because you guys know I love the defense. This was a very good football team game for Indiana because the defense gave them all those opportunities. And Devin, we're going to have to block you if you
How
continue.
dare
switching out.
you say bad things about Pat McAfee?
McAfee's been back for one show, and here's Devin shitting all over him. Why don't you go watch the shitty wrestling in AEW? We'll get there soon. You can watch Excalibur. Oh, the man in the mask. It's such a gimmick. I wear a mask and I do commentary. Get the fuck out of here. Go make up some more wrestling moves. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Anyway.
Okay, so that was a whipping. Here we go. Here's the Tulsa Oklahoma State game that you wanted
Tulsa,
to see
a
next.
slut spelled backwards. Go ahead, Terry.
That reminds me, I was playing the game event a
Wait,
couple of years.
time out. Okay, that deserves a minute. Well done, Andrew, because I did not see that coming. Okay, sorry.
So I was playing the game event, and I was supposed to unscramble a level of membership in AFS, and the letters were in front of me, and it was Slapnut, and I'm looking at it, and immediately my eyes pick up the word slut in the thing, and I can't get that off my mind, so I could not come up with Slapnut.
Oh, fantastic.
Anyway, Tulsa beats Oklahoma State, and the mullet.
Oh,
He's got to grow it back. I don't know what
He's not the mullet.
term
That's
thing
the
that he's got
problem.
going.
Yeah.
He's got this. It's curly hair but short. I don't know. It's very
So,
Sophia.
like- Trimmed pubes? What are we talking here?
I mean,
So- Tulsa is like Tulane in a lot of ways. They're a team that's going to push you, notice you. But the thing is about, yeah, there you go, Dave. We're Golden Girls fans, and yeah. Poor Rue
Yes.
McClanahan got called a slut all the time.
Mainly by
But
Dorothy.
oh my God, Dorothy called her
With
all
good
the
reason, you know.
all the time. But to lose to Tulsa, this is the same thing though. I think, like Hugh Freeze, Mike Gundy is in the hot seat.
Mhm.
He fumbled, no pun intended, Ollie Gordon. Gundy did
yeah.
not use
Big time.
Ollie Gordon at Oklahoma State. And they went, what, 2-10 last year? Worst season he's ever had as the head coach of Oklahoma State. And he's been there since, as the head coach, I think since 06 or
And it's
05.
Richardson that had 146 yards, transferred from Oklahoma State in the offseason.
There you go. So Oklahoma State is not who they have been in the past. This is not the team producing the high-powered offense. Gundy's not writing up plays, calling timeouts, doing the air raid, et cetera, et cetera. He has lost it in Stillwater.
So I keep hearing that their problem is they just don't have money to compete. But didn't they have some kind of oil baron guy that was just pumping money in? Did he die or something?
I mean, I thought that was the case, but maybe not. I mean, the Texas Tech spent $55 million on the team they have.
I'm going to look this up. Oklahoma Booster.
I'm sure it is. I'm
State.
sure you are correct. But the bottom line is this comes down to coaching and
T-Boone
execution.
Pickens.
Yep. Yeah, he was a governor or a senator in Oklahoma, wasn't he?
He died in 2019.
That would explain it. But I think he was some sort of, wasn't he in politics too?
I don't know. I just got off of his Wikipedia page.
But anyway, the bottom line is that Gundy, and sometimes you have to move on. And we're going to get to another coach. You have to move on. You've been there too long. You've assumed the role as the person who is the face of the program or the leader or the coach, but you're unwilling to change. And Gundy really mismanaged Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon had a ton of potential at the running back position, and he mismanaged him. He comes out with these outlandish statements, which people have accepted and just, that's part of him. That's who he is. But he can't even deliver an outlandish statement anymore. Mm-hmm. And all of us take him seriously as a football coach. And these losses that are going to pile up, it's not going to get any better going into Big 12 play.
Not at all. It's going to be disastrous.
In a league with Utah, UCF, TCU, Iowa State, it's not going to get any easier.
Texas Tech, Baylor.
Yeah, Texas Tech, Baylor. Not going to get any easier.
Speaking of not getting any easier, Clemson with a big loss. 13-point loss to Syracuse. Yeah.
Second time this season, and only the third or fourth time since 2014.
So they're 1-3 now, and this is the game after Dabo comes out and says, "Sure, they can get rid of me if they're tired of winning." Like, well, I mean, they're not winning, so.
Yeah, Klubnik was supposed to be the best quarterback in the country, and don't get used to it, Devin. They'll probably fuck it up for you. Clemson is a team, and we've talked about this for 2 years now, Terry, that according to Dabo, he's unwilling to use the transfer portal. He's unwilling to pay players. He's unwilling to change. Well, all
he's
those
used
players,
some, but very little.
All those players that he's unwilling to pay, guess what? They went somewhere else.
Yeah.
They went somewhere else. And you're not going to win football games. The other thing is, I thought with Tom Allen there at Clemson as the defensive coordinator, you would have a much better and they had a returning quarterback. They had all of these.
Oh, he's supposed to be the best quarterback in the country.
They had all these things. And this is another thing 4 games in that I can admit and be fine with. I was completely wrong about, Terry. I thought Clemson, Miami, and maybe Florida State were going to be the teams to compete for the ACC. And it looks like it's Miami and Florida State in a runaway with a team like Syracuse looking to play the spoiler.
Unless Georgia Tech. I mean,
Yeah.
Georgia Tech maybe is sitting there doing the same thing, but yeah, those are the teams, and it is not Clemson. They did get over 500 yards, but they just got 21 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dabo is not he's lost games like this before. Games that you on paper think he should win. But then they've bounced back and they've had a really good season. But he's 1-3. 1-3 against this, and you're going into ACC play.
Right.
And he's already lost to Georgia Tech. He's lost to Syracuse. And no offense, Devin, they're not the best teams in the ACC.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know
Somebody
where SMU stacks up this year. I mean, they went to the playoffs last year, but I don't see where they fit into the ACC.
They're
this year.
2-2,
may have
and they
dropped.
just
They're
lost
2-2,
this past.
yeah.
Yeah, they just lost this past weekend.
Right.
Final thought on Clemson is sometimes it's time to move on. Dabo has been at Clemson since 2008. Maybe it's time to move on.
And I understand that they never got to the level they got to until he showed up. But I'm really never a fan of this idea that a program cannot get so bad that a certain coach can't be let go.
Yeah.
And there's not one because, I don't know how many Penn State fans we got, but, a lot of bad stuff happened at Penn State. I'm not talking about that. But even before all that, Jopa was a figurehead for years before any of that came out.
Yeah, I don't know that Joe Pa had anything to do with them winning the 1986 national championship.
And you may be right. But I'm thinking like 20 years, like even 20 years after that, he would leave the booth to go to the dressing room before the game was even over.
That was my point. I don't know that in 1986 he had anything to do with them winning that national championship.
Well, that's a statement right there, being 86.
Yeah, but certainly the 94 team, don't know that he had a whole lot to do with them either.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about old Penn State here because they've got a big game up against the Ducks and this coming week. But, yeah, Penn State, to your point, Terry, with the coaching, they kept Joe Pa around because he was a, quote, national treasure. 13, 14, 15, 16 wins, whatever it was, the most ever in NCAA. They're telling him he got to vacate the championships for the Sandusky thing and all that. And it's bullshit and it's garbage. But, Paterno, Bowden, Osborne, they all stayed a very long time. Florida State pushed Bobby Bowden out for Jimbo Fisher. And, we all know how that's worked because Jimbo wanted facilities and money and they didn't give it to him. But Texas Tech wrote the check, or A&M rather. And we know how that worked too. Jimbo's on the retirement plan as a head coach. Same plan Ed Orgeron is on. He's on that retirement plan, Terry, that fired coach's retirement plan.
I don't know how many coaches that we've got on the payroll right now, but we normally have 3 or 4. Terry Bowden made money off of Auburn for decades, it seems.
Yeah. So anyway, the Dabo thing, and this is the larger concern where I say maybe it's time for him to move on. He crashed out again after this game. You're talking about how they could fire me. We won 2 national championships. We've been to the playoff. We've won 10 ACC championship, whatever he said, that whole interview. He went 46 minutes. I sent you guys 2 minutes of that rant. He did the exact same thing again today. And dude, if you are losing touch that much, focus on X's and O's. Don't focus on what everybody's saying about your football team. Because if you focus on X and O's, they're going to have to say good things about your football team. They're not going to have to say, well, Dabo's losing it. Well, Dabo, you're losing it. Anyway, enough Dabo Sweeney talk.
Let's talk about the top 10 for this week. Thanks to our voters. We've got number 10, Indiana sneaks in there after whipping Illinois. They're now 4-0. Florida State at number 9 at 3-0. Oklahoma sneaks into number 8 after beating Auburn this week. They're 4-0. Texas, the best one-loss team in the poll here at 3-1, number 7. Miami at number 6 with 4-0. They jumped in the AP, I think, to like number 2 or something.
Oh wow.
Oregon at
Yep.
4-0 at number 5. Penn State 3-0 at 4. Georgia 3-0 at 3. LSU at 4-0 is number 2, and Ohio State still sits up there until somebody knocks them off. They are 3-0.
I have a very similar mentality about Ohio State, and you guys know that I'm not an Ohio State fan, but as I did about Georgia, until somebody can beat them,
Yeah.
they're the best
Right.
team in the country.
Sure.
Defending national champion program over and again, they find ways to win, and they do it. It's not like they're winning by field goals. They are winning football games. Now, the Texas game obviously was a touchdown, but you sent a freshman or redshirt freshman quarterback out there into the Lions' den,
Yeah.
and he's only going to get better. And you know that's a testament to Ryan Day, but it's a testament to Ohio State football. As much as I hate to admit it, they are a program over and again. Now LSU, that's a joke because somewhere Brian Kelly is going to screw this up for all you Tiger fans.
Devin agrees with us.
Until they lose, they're number 1. Now, I will point this out in the poll because you said AP poll, Terry. I pay attention to it. You pay attention to it. Our voters pay attention to it.
Mhm.
People are treating Penn State and Oregon the same. Till they win a big one, till they beat somebody, till they
It's
prove
true.
who they are,
Right.
you're not going to give them the credit of being a top 2 or 3 football team. Georgia had problems putting away whoever it was. They've only won 28-15 or whatever. It wasn't a big win for Georgia in what should have been a cupcake game. And
Right. Yeah. And then they had the game
But
against
we have-
Tennessee that they barely won.
double overtime, yeah. We have enough respect though as football fans for Georgia, Kirby Smart and his program that we're going to put them at number 3. You know. And
We
I'm
got
just saying,
LSU pretty high in our poll. They're a little lower in the other polls.
I think they're
mainly
number
because
4
of
in
their
the
offense.
AP. Yeah, I think they're number 4 in the AP or something. But you know, you got to beat the Tigers. And
Tigers.
you know, there's plenty of teams in the SEC that can, and
Right.
probably 2 or 3 that will. So anyway, Terry, do we have previews for this week?
We do have previews for this week, week 5.
Nebraska is not going to lose this week because they're off. Just so you're all aware.
So there's some pretty big games in the Big Ten because we don't talk about Washington, but apparently Washington's defense is pretty good, and Ohio State travels there, so that could possibly be a pretty good game. USC at Illinois. Is Illinois going to be pissed off enough to beat USC this week? I don't know.
Illinois plays defense. They just didn't against Indiana. If
Right.
USC gets a hint of that, it is going to be an ugly day because that offense for USC is, of course, very, very good because Lincoln Riley's the head coach.
And LSU at Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss put it on Tulane. You know, people thought that Tulane was going to hang. Tulane and LSU though, so we'll see what happens when LSU goes to Oxford.
Oxford and Big Game Lane, Terry. Big Game Lane.
But Ole Miss is kind of like the Penn State of. I think I said this last year. Ole Miss is kind of
You
like the Penn State of the SEC. I'm waiting on them to win that big game.
But see, the thing is about Lane Kiffin, and you know this and I know this, there's speculation he could go to Gainesville. But there are
Right.
people saying that was last year. They don't think he'll move now because he's locked in, his daughter's there, his wife, whatever, at Oxford. But find me another coach that's going to win 10 games in Oxford at Ole Miss.
Right. I'll tell you
You
the
won't.
coach that needs to strike while the iron is hot is Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. They look
Mhm.
very good, but this is going. And no matter what they say about the lawyers, this is going to be Diego Pavia's last year, and this guy needs to get a paycheck before he has a bad season.
Yeah, you talk about a candidate for the Florida job. And then we've got Alabama at Georgia.
That's right.
Between the hedges, Terry, undisciplined, poorly coached, not Nick Saban's Alabama against his greatest disciple and the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm taking
Really
the
could
dogs.
go either way. I mean,
I'm taking the dogs by 3 touchdowns. I know that's a huge number.
Ooh,
3 touchdowns in Athens, baby.
wow.
Yeah,
All
3
right.
touchdowns.
I think it's
Because
a 10-point game or less.
it's time for Georgia to make a statement, and there ain't no better team to make a statement than Kalen DeBoer's shit-ass Alabama team. I miss Nick Saban prowling the sideline. Kalen DeBoer is horrible as a football coach.
That's okay. Hugh Freeze is going to get fired, and he's going to come to Auburn, so he'll be back next year.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze is going to get thrown out on his ass too.
We'll see.
So
There's
I got to
problems, but we'll see.
just to run this down real quick. I'm going to take Ohio State minimum 2 touchdowns, probably 3. I don't care how good Washington's defense is. Ohio State's defense is far superior. Their offense is going to score. Give me USC at Illinois by 10. LSU loses to Big Game Lane by a field goal. Oregon over Penn State because James Franklin cannot win the big one. They will beat them in Happy Valley. And Georgia takes down Alabama by 21 points.
Okay, well, let me run through that compared to what you got there. I think Ohio State by 10. Greetings from Aruba, George says. Greetings.
Yep. George is here.
So I got USC at Illinois. That's a tough one just because I don't know if that was a fluke last week with Indiana. I got USC by 2 touchdowns. I got LSU going into Oxford and winning by 10. Oregon by a touchdown at Penn State, and Georgia by 10 over Alabama.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, we're calling the upsets because I said Ole Miss winning, and I said Penn State losing in Happy Valley.
Right.
In Happy Valley. Nebraska has a bye. Then we get old Michigan State. That'll be exciting.
October 4th.
October the 4th, time and channel to be determined. It'll probably be the Big Ten Network. Let's be honest about it. Nebraska should have no issue, unless they're not up for the game, having a very nice rebound against Michigan State. I'm taking the Huskers by 17. I don't care if it's in Lincoln or East Lansing. Michigan State is not at the level offensively Nebraska is, which is what kept them in the Michigan game the whole way. And Dylan Raiola is going to ball. He's going to ball out on October 4th.
All right.
Okay.
So then Auburn goes to Texas A&M, which is going to be roughly the same game we just played against Oklahoma. The hope is that A&M's defense isn't quite as good, and that Auburn's defense can really show up and do something here. It's going to be similar. I think it's going to be a touchdown or less game either way. And I got to pull for my Tigers here. I'll say Tigers by a field goal. And then they get a bye week before they host Georgia.
Yeah, I don't know that there's too many other places that are difficult to win, like College Station. 110,000 people with their choreographed cheers, Terry. I don't have faith in your coach. It isn't your Tigers. It is your head football coach. I am off the Hugh Freeze train. And really, I have been, because clearly the guy is just, he don't have it anymore. Sometimes you lose it. And when he was the underdog and unexpected, and he went into Alabama and he played fearlessly and they beat him not once, but twice. That's a completely different coach than we're seeing 10 years later. So, A&M had an off week. Auburn did not.
Right.
But I think Elko's a better coach than Hugh Freeze, and I take A&M by a field goal.
All right. I got Auburn by a field goal. You got A&M by a field goal.
Oh, I think this is going to be one of those 12-rounders.
And it's going to be ugly.
Back
just like
and
the
forth.
Oklahoma game, it's going to be ugly. Not a lot of yards on either
side. A lot
side.
of turnovers, maybe not turnovers, but a lot of pressure, a lot of sacks, And I'm saying both ways, because as bad as Auburn's offense can be execution-wise, not getting to your big wide receiver is a problem. That is a problem. Your defensive line is, I believe, top 15 in the country.
It's up there, yeah. I mean,
so
and Oklahoma didn't run the ball. I mean, even with all the sacks, Auburn still had twice as many rushing yards as
correct
as Oklahoma. So.
But yeah, I don't like to pick against Terry's team, but A&M at
Sometimes
College
you got to.
Station and Hugh Freeze is the head coach. Oh, and I promise you, on October the 11th, the Dogs are gonna run Auburn.
So moving on to
Although-
the next one.
That's always the team, though. I love that you've done this. That is always the team, though. Before we finish that thought, Terry, Auburn always plays Georgia tough, no matter what the team looks like, no matter what
Not always.
Auburn looks like. They
Sometimes we
always
don't.
they always play Georgia tough. Yeah, Texas is going to beat Florida, big time.
Yeah, so Florida lost at LSU, lost at Miami. Now they got Texas, and then they go to Texas A&M, and things are not looking good for Florida at all.
Mm-mm.
No, and this is the thing that made me another liar. I said Florida would be the 12th team in the playoff. I thought Nebraska would be number 11. They could still make it. They're a 1% chance, like Dumb and Dumber. But
So you're saying there's
So you're
saying there's a
there's
chance. But Florida, I said last year over and again, they're going to fire Billy Napier. They're going to fire Billy, and they kept winning, and they pulled it out. Terry, I don't think there's any pulling the nose up on this season. I think Florida will fire Billy Napier this time around. Even though I said I thought they could be the team to sneak into the playoff because they would be better than what we expected. Based on, again, apparently listening to too many people, reading too much stuff, and thinking that DJ Lagway and the Florida defense was going to actually do something this year. But Arch Manning needs a game. The swamp is a tough environment to win in, but a signature win for Texas, 3 scores or more, would go a long way to helping Arch Manning's confidence before they get to Oklahoma. And my answer to that is they shouldn't, Devin, but what else are they going to do? He's throwing interceptions and turning the ball over and mismanaging the game.
Just
But I'm
think about
taking-
what we thought this Lagway versus Manning game was gonna be
Yeah.
versus what it is gonna be.
Yep. I think
Yikes.
Texas dog walks the Gators in Gainesville.
Goodness.
And the
Rough.
swamp should be worth 14 points to Florida. And I don't think they'll be able to capitalize on the home field advantage. And I'm taking Texas by 17.
I don't think it'll. I think Florida is not getting. Even against Miami, it was close until the end. I think Florida will play a close game with Texas, and they may pull away by 14 at the end.
Wow.
All right, let's move to wrestling because we got a lot
Oh.
to talk about.
For heaven's sake, you started with the kitty wrestling. The
We
shitty
build up. What are
Oh.
we supposed to do?
We can't start with Lesnar, apparently. Anyway.
I'm going chronologically. So All Out happened before WrestlePalooza. So we don't have to talk about every match, but let's talk about the highlights. So Cope and Cage beat FTR. I don't know if you consider that a highlight. Chris Statlander.
You missed something. Hold on. We
What?
did get a cameo from Beth in the.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
got
yeah.
the worst strike pile driver in the history of the business, and those
That's
two need
true.
to retire
She
immediately.
came in and whipped all those men's asses for a minute.
Yeah, they're not doing Arn and Tully anything for their legacy by missing that spike pile driver. That was absolute garbage. They need to go away.
Terry's frozen on my screen. Is he frozen on yours?
Yeah, he's kind of frozen on mine. FTR is softer than my pillow. That's all I'm saying. Softer. Especially at Dax Hardwood. I have never seen a softer Twitter account in my life other than Dax.
All right.
Yeah,
let's
Terry.
see, what was
There
the
he is.
next-
Terry's back.
Okay,
He's
he's
moving.
back. All right.
Moving.
'cause I was
I
gonna
heard
go-
y'all the whole time. I don't know.
Okay.
So anyway,
Terry, my pillow guy is going to have Dax as a sponsor, and they're going to put him on Twitter.
so
Dax
then
Soft.
yeah, and I heard that the first time, but then we got I guess I did miss that. I saw that. I saw video of that. I did miss that in the notes. Then we got Mark Briscoe beating MJF.
Second
I-
loss in a row MJF took because he lost to Mystico in
Hangman.
Mexico. He showed up as Homelander from the boys.
I heard that was a bloody match too.
What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
And then, Kingston and Big Bill, who cares?
Oh, Kingston missed a spinning back fist, like completely whiffed it. The camera caught it, and it was the pin.
Yeah.
He
I
missed him
think
by
this was
6 inches.
more. I think the Eddie Kingston match was more. I don't know if we're actually going to see him a lot more now. They
I
said,
hope
"Oh, he's
not.
back," but I'm like, but is he? Because he looked like he's been taking one too many shifts at the bodega, and not
I'm
enough.
telling you, he's selling 40s and
Oh, yeah.
menthol cigarettes to minors. That's what he does at the bodega. He's selling King
Look.
Cobra or Colt 45 and menthol Newports to the damn kids at the bodega. That's what he's doing.
I'm never gonna say I don't want to see him wrestle because I do enjoy him. I just this is not a return that needed to happen, in my opinion. That's all.
Eddie Kingston sucked.
And yes, I agree with both. Well, actually, it's just Super Dave about the tack match, the tables and tacks for MJF and Briscoe. It was pretty good.
I've never seen one that's good in my life. So
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
The problem is that, Mark Briscoe is, Tony Khan's version of the Red Cross. He's a charity case. Ever since his brother died, he's tried to figure out a way to get him involved. Mark Briscoe, to his credit, is highly entertaining, but he's not MJF level, and there's no reason to have him beat MJF unless MJF is going away.
it's just a big confusion for me over just what is MJF to AEW right now.
He's a
Agreed.
mid-carder with the same routine we saw 6 years ago at this point,
I just
Gary.
don't get it.
Which I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. He's got the potential. We all saw it, and then it was like the biggest fumble. I think we are all agreeing that he was on top and then nothing.
Well, they never recovered from the CM Punk debacle.
Correct. Yeah.
So somehow in the notes I missed the Mercedes Moné match.
Oh, well, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss
Garbage.
anything.
Against Riho, 92 pounds. I don't know
Yeah.
which one of them was sloppier in the ring. The good news was Mercedes could do her stupid moves to Riho because she's so small. She's like putting on a backpack. But
Oh shit, that was good. Oh my god.
I mean, she's tiny. She's tiny.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the queen of AEW lose the world title, and you're gonna keep this bullshit on Mercedes Moné. Is she contractually obligated to win? I mean, this is disgusting.
And it's gonna. I hate saying it, but you could also see it coming. So I think that's right.
Yeah, so
but
Devin
they're
said
trying-
MJF's doing the classic lose to move up, and Max is
Maxwell.
going to be the one to dethrone Hangman. I'd
Well,
love
they're
to
trying to make Hangman like some sort of put him on a run, so to speak. And I'll wait till we get there. But anyway, Riho, no business even competing in this match, and
No.
they're running out of people for Mercedes to beat, though.
Yeah.
That's also what that's indicative of.
Okay, so Brodito wins the big 11 billion tag team match.
And with ladders involved, Terry, you forgot the ladder part of it.
But then the story here is here
Yeah.
comes who they're calling Jungle Boy, but I didn't really see anything that screamed Jungle Boy to me. Other
There's
than
only one thing that screamed Jungle Boy.
And that was Tarzan. Oh,
Yeah, that and Luchasaurus.
Yeah, and he hugged
So-
Luchasaurus, so I guess that makes him Jungle Boy.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
because I
terrible,
think
though.
Luchasaurus. I think he's going back to Luchasaurus, and because he made him like take off a belt or something.
Yeah, he made him take off the belt, and he was the guy that, quote, resurrected Kill Switch, if you saw the little video package.
Yeah, I
Right.
And
don't.
he's been making knives, and he sent one to the Young Bucks on being the elite that said, and with a note that said, "Next time you stab me in the back, use this."
Oh,
So
that makes
I mean,
sense now. I
They
saw the
brought back
non-videos.
being the elite, which is the only reason AEW exists. The
Oh, I
Bucks'
didn't know
greatest
that.
contribution to professional wrestling will always be being the elite because it paved the way for AEW to actually
yeah.
come into existence. Otherwise, they're pure trash. And I'm going to get on my damn soapbox about super kicks because I had to watch super kicks from them. And then the Usos throw equally bad super kicks and an equal number of super kicks. All of a sudden, we're Robert De Niro in Casino. I want an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. I want an equal amount of super kicks in each match. Hot garbage. Absolute trash.
Okay.
And then we get Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy back.
And I'd like to address Super Dave, who says, was hoping I would never see Jungle Boy Jack Perry again. Well, you're wrong. So no.
I want him in the beard and the booty shorts. That's what I'm hoping for.
I want the hair, man. Come on. Are you kidding me? He does not need to go away. Let's not forget whose son he is. Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh God, 90210 reference. Here we are. Now you
don't get me started. Okay.
Anyway,
right.
I'm moving on.
Anyway,
so
the ladies match I think was next. The 4-way, because God forbid we only have one. Yeah, they took the belt off of Tony. I was definitely a little surprised here. I know they've been building Chris for a while, Chris Stapp, but I don't see it. I didn't see the need. Unless Tony needs some time off, which that
no charisma, no character, no ability. She's going to get hurt soon, and you put the belt on the wrong woman. You should have put it on Hayter, not Stat, if you were going to take it off of Tony. Number 2, you should never take it off Tony. Tony is the face of your wrestling company, not just the women's division, and she's one of the most recognized people in the independent wrestling scene because they're never going to compete with WWE that way.
Mm-hmm. So it is what it was. It wasn't a great match. It was just
damn Super Dave. That's funny.
Yeah.
Super Dave says he would trade Jack Perry and a first-round pick to have his dad back. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that or argue. I mean, a little Dylan McKay left in my life. Hell yeah.
So Moxley beats Darby Allin and Pac returns.
With short hair. And no abs showing. Yeah, he wasn't in his trunk.
Yeah, he looked a little like he stopped using the juice.
Yeah. And so in this match, blood, guts, blah, 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 because it's Darby Allin and Jon Moxley, and they're both idiots. Within 36 seconds of this match starting, Darby Allin jumped off a balcony onto Jon Moxley. It was less than a minute. Then we get a spot where Darby Allin puts Moxley in a body bag and lights it on fire. It's professional wrestling. Then Pac comes. I don't know. Absolute garbage wrestling. And I'm not going to sound like Jim Cornette, at least intentionally. But, I mean, there's no psychology to this. It's a spectacle. It's blood and guts, and the sickos think it's fantastic. Speaking of the sickos, apparently you ruined somebody's night at All In. They paid for floor seats.
Oh, I heard about that.
That person sat next to somebody who stunk. As we say, wrestling fans, it's hard enough to be a wrestling fan. Brush your teeth, wash your ass, take a shower, use deodorant. Don't be that person at a publicly attended event. Don't be that person anyway.
Yeah,
take care
totally
of yourself. Hygiene matters.
Yeah.
But
real quick before we continue, I'd like to say hi. My niece and my nephew are watching. So hi to Hayden and Sophia.
Potty mouth nonsense here.
That's okay. I just wanted to say hi. They're in Aruba with my dad.
Why are they allowed to use weapons in a coffin match? That's a fair point.
Yeah. Oh, that's what Erica asked. That's what his wife asked. It's a coffin match. They can pretty much do what they want at that point.
I like the idea of a flamethrower. They just use it on the wrong person every time. I mean, Darby Allin,
they did bring out the plastic bag. Did you see that?
This is a callback to earlier in the show. Dave was talking about Clue. It was Darby Allin with a flamethrower in front of 713 people. That's what the answer is.
Yeah. I missed this last match too because I think it started after WrestlePalooza started, so I switched.
It did. They did that.
Watch this. How was it?
Yeah. Oh, this match was as good as you would expect. Kyle Fletcher has he is the proto star. He is going to be big in this business, and they're building Hangman as some sort of real wrestling figure. This is their answer to Cody Rhodes. Hangman Adam Page is AEW's answer to Cody Rhodes. And what I mean by that is a babyface that's going to win, and it's going to take something monumental to top it.
Yep.
Also, this was probably Wardlow's spot, not Kyle Fletcher's spot. And Wardlow tore his pec or bicep or whatever on his first night back. So
I'm so sad. Damn it.
Allison wants to massage it for him.
I mean, hey, then he needs some help. I'm here.
Yeah. What a waste.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go to on?
Yeah, let's move on.
WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis. And after the morning where Pat McAfee was in Miami and diving off a high dive, stripping down to not much and diving off a high dive on College Game Day, he flies up to Indianapolis and he walks out there.
Indy is his city. I mean, he was the Colts kicker for a long time.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Allison, 6 degrees of separation. He is from West Virginia. So there's Rich Rod again. And Nick Saban.
Yeah.
So apparently Stephanie McMahon was announced as the first Hall of Fame inductee for 2026.
By the Undertaker.
By the Undertaker, correct. So that was, I didn't know what they were doing either. So I thought that was a really nice spot. She deserved, I'll be honest, I think she deserved her 5 minutes. So I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Then we kicked it off with Lesnar and Cena brought the whole kindergarten class with him.
That was so cute. Come on.
Bright yellow shirts.
It was, yeah.
It
was
adorable.
And then Brock Lesnar did Brock Lesnar things.
Well, so
I hope those kids were hiding by then.
If Cyrus in first grade had not come home talking about John Cena, I would not be sitting here talking to you guys right now. So I get it, and I appreciate that.
But man, did you see the pictures of the kids crying?
Yeah, they squashed him. And the thing is, 40-whatever-year-old Brock Lesnar looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
There is no way that Brock Lesnar loses to John Cena. I mean, genuinely speaking. And then to have Heyman do his introduction like the old days.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic because Heyman just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all of a sudden he was there and he was doing, and he countered whatever her name is, whoever did. She did the greatest of all time, the 17-time. And here comes Heyman introducing.
He's all 17 and
yeah, he's so good.
That's great.
And it was an okay match. I am never a fan of using 27 finishers. I just don't like it. I hate it. And so Cena hits 3 attitude adjustments. I think Lesnar hit half a dozen F5s, and it's fine. I said, what is it? Tornado season? I mean, this is ridiculous.
Somebody said he did one for every kid that came out with Cena.
I mean, there's Dave. I loved it. Kids were crying.
Well, look, I mean, I was happy. I'm going to be honest because that's exactly what I expected to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad. Yeah.
They're calling it back to the SummerSlam where he said, "Welcome to Suplex City, bitch," and he hit him with 16 German suplexes.
But I mean, it felt right.
Here's the worst part, though. Here's the worst part. The return match, more than likely, it was 7 F5, so it really was tornado season. The return match is going to happen in Saudi.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. Speaking of gross, I don't know if it happens because I mentioned Saudi. WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia.
Instead of Nashville.
Gross. Hey,
Guess
Terry,
who's not going?
I joked with you all about how expensive Nash Vegas was going to be to go to WrestleMania. We're not going to Saudi.
No.
My people are not allowed.
I can't imagine the two of you. Yeah, I can't imagine the two of you with me and Amy in Saudi. That would not be a good. Yeah. No.
Not a good
so let's
combination.
see. So first was Cena, then what was the second
It was
match?
the Braun and Bronson beat the
Oh.
Usos with LA Knight being the guest referee.
Super kick
Yeah.
party is what they should have called it. These super kicks were trash. They were garbage. The Usos need to quit with the super kicks. By the way, when you have Braun Breaker in the match, if I may, when you have Braun Breaker in the match, why are we allowing Jey Uso to throw a spear?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
It's absolutely horrible. That move delivered by Jey Uso is not good. The super kicks were not good. LA Knight being there, absolutely not good. Dave, the rematch will be Saturday night's main event. Okay, great. Cena wins, LOL. Could care less. Brock Lesnar is a killer. He probably kills moose with his bare hands. And if you've ever seen a moose, it's not as easy as you would think. I mean, he lives in the lower Canada or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Usos, though, arguably one of the WWE's greatest creations as far as tag team wrestling, did not look like it last night. And
Agreed.
Braun and
Well, there's supposed to
Breaker,
be questions about whether they're
Right.
on the same page. So
Correct.
maybe that's
well, maybe
why.
that's what it is. But it's
Maybe they're leading towards that because it was not a
way too much, and they could have told a much more simplistic story by putting Bronson and Breaker over, in a different way. And we had to have the table and the double spear, and the double spear looked like garbage. Blood was all over Jay, and LA Knight shirt. But I am not an LA Knight guy either. I can't buy into him. I don't like him. I'm not an LA Knight guy. So he was useless to me out there. And it wasn't the Uso Penitentiary, and that was terrible too.
Yeah, no, totally agree.
But they got the crowd coming to the ring with the yeet because they went 7 minutes to get to the ring.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I guess I expected more from this match, and it just didn't deliver at all for me.
They've got to be setting up something between the Usos. I don't know why, because I don't know why a Jay versus Jimmy is a good idea right now. I don't understand
terrible
the
WrestleMania match.
bloodline.
It'll be a terrible Survivor Series match.
I agree.
How
many times can you do that too?
But the one thing was Jimmy had that kid with him when they were doing the 7 to 10 minutes of entering the ring. He had a kid with him doing all this, and I was like, he's practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Day one, Oos.
Then we had Stephanie Vakir winning.
Hell yeah!
The belt finally. It's about time for that to happen. That was very good.
Every one of us is a fan of hers.
Absolutely.
She brings something, I don't know, electric to the ring.
Ass. Oh, okay.
Well, she's got a freaking phenomenal ass, and she's gorgeous to boot. Are you kidding me? When her and Rhea Ripley are on screen together, I'm like, am I sure I'm not a lesbian? Ooh. They are some attractive women.
Did you see her dad after she
came
out of the ring and went straight to her dad and hugged him? And that was good.
And she is a massive star.
There was talk that Mercedes got Stephanie the contract with the match that they had at Forbidden Door a year or two ago, whatever it was. That's bullshit. Stephanie Valkyr is head and shoulders above what we're getting from Mercedes Moné. It's not even close. Absolutely. And Io was the perfect opponent for her in this particular match. There was a couple of sloppy spots, but genuinely speaking, I think it was the best match of the night.
Yeah, and, I absolutely agree.
And Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes put on a pretty good one. But this was to me the match of the night. And I really liked how they didn't get the finish until it was the finish. And that matters to me. It may not matter to other people, but I don't need to see 27 moonsaults to finally end the match. But yeah, Stephanie Valkyr has that.
Be dizzy with 27 moonsaults.
Has that natural charisma and ability to draw the audience in. She was with a good opponent. And of course, the destination is Rhea Ripley WrestleMania. If I'm booking it, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
And it's Rhea Ripley WrestleMania. Because the other wrestling show has Charlotte and Tiffy and whatever. So good for her. Good for her. Indianapolis versus her winning it last month, because she could have won it last month in was it Italy, or where were they last month?
France.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, Dave is right. She's a special performer and she's got it.
Yeah,
No
it.
question.
People don't know what it is, but they know what it is when they see it, and she
Right.
has it.
She has
She
it.
does.
So,
Absolutely. Natural.
crown jewel in Perth.
He thinks she's gonna. Wow, really? I bet she goes against somebody like Nia Jax first in Perth. I think they would save Rhea.
Perth is Rhea's home. Well, Australia.
Oh shit! Yeah, but
That would
but do
I
you
don't know
think she'd win over Stephanie? I say no.
not that
So,
fast.
do you want to see her lose?
Not that
Well,
fast, but Naomi's pregnancy really kind of derailed what they were doing.
Yeah,
with
that's
the,
true.
With
Okay.
the story.
Good
but,
point.
But Rhea Ripley honestly doesn't need the title either. It just makes the
Mm-mm.
most sense for her to have it because of who she is to the wrestling business.
Absolutely.
Kind of like Hogan had it forever, but he didn't need it, remember? But he had it. We let the Hulkster have it, you know? Get away from me.
Yeah.
Terry, what's
In the
next?
next match,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put my banner. I hate mixed tag more than I hate 12-man matches. But this was good storyline.
This
I'll
was
say that.
so good. I watched it twice. I liked it.
I did not. I watched it once because it had
Becky.
CM Punk in it.
It's not believable for Becky to submit. What are you talking about?
I thought this was a very good match. I thought they did it very well. I thought they split the line very well. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. It was everything I thought they wanted to do.
Yeah. And this, I mean, this is the correct, I mean, with the whole AJ and Punk, Becky, Seth, it needed to be this. I mean, I'm anti mixed tags because normally they're just two matches at once or whatever, but the storyline led to this. So that's
Yeah, I think I think the right people won, obviously.
Right.
It's not gonna hurt Seth and Becky to lose.
Not at all.
Again,
Not at
obviously.
all.
AJ Lee is such a good feeling, good story, feel good moment, whatever, and that's cool. And both husbands got to wrestle with their wives, and they leaked out the practice pictures the day before, so they'd done their walkthroughs or whatever. But no, I think the match was fine for what it was. And you were right; they pushed it just enough to the edge with AJ and Becky being involved with the men. But some of the tandem moves were great. The submissions were cool. Stupid CM Punk can't put a sharpshooter on, though. He had the legs crossed wrong twice. Obviously never watched Bret the Shitman Hart wrestle. So stupid CM Punk. But,
I think
Phil Brooks says he's his favorite wrestler. You'd think he'd at least be able to put the move on correctly. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah. No, you're right. All I was going to say was that I think that they are setting up for Becky and Seth to split, and I think it would be really great to see Becky and AJ team up together.
Not me.
So I think we saw the beginnings of that in the promo, I want to say on Friday, maybe. I don't know. But I think it's a new way they could go. Why not?
Yeah, AJ plays the pixie very well.
The crazy pixie.
Yeah, the crazy. Well, pixies are crazy if you know your fantasy stories. So it's true. They're crazy. Well, don't start with me.
No, we're not. Okay, so next match was Cody and Drew.
Cody and Drew. Yeah.
That was a good match.
Drew McIntyre doesn't have bad matches.
Agree. One of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet, too.
You need good heels. Drew McIntyre is an excellent heel.
He is.
But nobody's topping the Codester right now. So,
nope.
I mean, unless it's Lesnar, that would be an odd twist.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
I don't
know. On the Lesnar topic,
I
don't have a problem with Lesnar being back.
No, not at all.
You have no evidence of any wrongdoing in the Janelle Grant stuff, and people can be fussy and pissy about it all they want. Most of that's the ACW apologists at this point. You have one of the biggest stars in the world, and you guys saw it. He's a freak, legitimately at 40 whatever years old. Right. He still got it. I mean, he's never lost it, and
Mm-mm.
he's still got it. It's incredible the things the man can do in a wrestling ring. And wrestling is better with Brock Lesnar in it than
Yeah, I'm not gonna
without.
argue that.
So I think so. But
Mhm.
Well, that was
know,
go ahead.
we're running out of people, Terry, for John Cena to wrestle. They had the Edge call outs.
Yes.
But we're running out of people.
Is he going to get AJ Styles at some point?
Oh, here we go.
Maybe
Brock is perfect to elevate Braun.
gross.
I could see
Gross.
that.
That's Steiner math required to explain that to me. But anyway,
All right, that's enough
Oh,
wrestling.
so that was WrestlePalooza. We got upcoming event, and it'll be here before we know it. October 11th in Perth, Australia. Crown Jewel.
All right.
a bought and paid for house show that's gonna, be ballistic. People love
And
that.
some
stuff.
people will love it, and some people will hate it. Just like
Ah.
a lot of the foods that we eat.
Let me get my boxing gloves.
So tonight, thanks
Andrew.
to you guys that voted, we are going to talk about foods you hate that others love.
I have my boxing gloves because
ready.
these people, meaning my friends, are ready to rib me about Rubens, which is disgusting. But anyway,
Let's see what just missed the list.
What?
We got blue cheese. What, you love sardines or something? We got blue cheese, sushi, peeps, and sardines.
If you use sardines right in certain recipes, they're all right. I don't hate them. I also don't know anybody who loves them. So
That's why it didn't really make the list, I guess.
correct.
blue
That
Blue
makes sense.
cheese doesn't bother me. Whichever
Sushi?
you monsters. How do you monsters put sushi on this list of things that you don't? That's terrible. I didn't know there were that many,
Well, we have a friend that really does not like sushi.
That's true. We do.
I didn't know there were
but-
that many people that don't like sushi. What's wrong with them? Sardines are good. Peeps are absolutely disgusting.
They
You
are
just
absolutely
shut up.
horrible.
All right.
Peeps are
the best.
disgusting. You are
They are
correct.
so
They are
disgusting.
worse than candy corn.
Stale peeps are the best. Number one. Just FYI. Hell
Gross.
yeah. And blue cheese? Who are you people? What is wrong with you?
I love blue cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I don't love or hate blue cheese.
Blue cheese dipped in hot wings? Don't start with me, Terry.
Agree.
I sent that text early this morning for all of our listeners and viewers. It said, "Don't start with me, Terry." First thing this morning. I was ready.
All right.
All right, let's
do
talk
this.
about the top 10. Number 10, pumpkin pie.
What?
And I love pumpkin pie.
It's on my
I'll
list.
eat multiple pies worth of pumpkin pie.
Are you sabotaging us? What in the world? This is the best Thanksgiving pie, and it's not close.
Pecan pie.
And also,
Mm.
and we may do a list of these. I had pumpkin pie Pop Tarts the other day. So
Oh.
that is my favorite flavor of all time now.
Now,
Oh.
did you eat them in the toaster, or did you just eat them out of the pack?
I did both ways because I had a whole box. So I did it different ways. I did not put butter on them at any point.
I don't
Yeah.
put butter on mine. Is that good?
Well, according to Family Guy, it is, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. I've never done that either. But yeah,
We got a whole
so you
song
could
about
y'all could be mad at me because this was on my list. Pumpkin pie
You
is
need to
trash.
explain yourself how you do not like the deliciousness
Okay.
of the nutmeg, the cinnamon.
It's
Oh,
very
Dave,
easy to explain.
Dave
Bruh.
agrees with you. Jobber
Don't-
pie with a main event spot, he said.
Don't
Yeah.
forget the Cool Whip that you put on this bad boy too.
The box of desserts. Look, this is gross. Give me. I don't want a vegetable in my pie. Okay, first of all, that's wrong. It's just wrong. And if you're gonna give me a choice of, I also grew up. Remember, in New York, in Long Island, we didn't have pies. We had desserts, cakes, pastries, no pies. So I never tried pie till later in life. And then I was given a slice of pecan pie and a slice of pumpkin pie. I'm sorry, they don't even compare. One is pure sugar and nuts, thank you very much. And the other one is trash.
At least you said pecan.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say pecan. No.
I hate that word. That's so terrible. And pumpkin pie is greater than pecan pie, and don't start with me. We could argue
One of
about
my
this for a
favorite
long
pies.
time.
But I have had bad pumpkin pie,
Thank you very much.
but I've also most of them to me are delicious.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Like I don't even need to cut it. Just give me the pie.
In a spoon.
Yeah.
Shove
Just give
it
me
in.
the pie.
I love it.
Oh, number 9.
What
Man,
is your problem, sir? You're talking a lot tonight. Are you restless?
This is
oh, I
gross.
thought
That
you
is
were
a
talking, I
100
thought you were responding
he was-
to
No, that is a
I thought you were
104
responding to
pound
Super
bulldog.
Dave's comments. You
No.
That's
said
what I thought too.
Now, I was talking to the bulldog. He's over here just grumbly.
Yeah, so
Man.
mayo is gross. So yeah, this is
No,
perfect.
Mayo
I'm good with this. This
is
was on
not
my
gross.
list.
Mayo,
I mean,
when
I'll-
used appropriately, is
Yeah.
fine.
it's excellent.
Mayo is what's mayo eggs made of again? Eggs and oil? Gross. Nobody wants to eat.
So you don't. Well, never mind. That's what I was. You don't eat potato salad?
No. Ew. I don't eat any mayo based salads. Absolutely not.
Oh, what a weirdo!
Ugh.
I mean, you've met me, so you know this already.
Yeah,
But
you're way weird. Way weird.
yeah.
I'm loving everything on the top 10 list so far. Number 8, pineapple on pizza.
Who are you people?
This is my whole list. This
Give me
is
that.
great.
Give me that pineapple on that pizza. I love it. And I'm
Pineapple,
kind of
ham,
allergic to pineapple, and I'll still do it.
pineapple,
Why are-
ham, jalapeno, and put the crushed red pepper on it. Let's go.
Maybe some
Again.
corn. No, just kidding.
Again,
He said corn.
why are you putting shit where it doesn't belong? Quit it.
I don't know.
Pineapple's not going.
Hey, look, Terry even showed you a thinner crust pizza just for you.
Thank God. But like, I can't.
Next time we're gonna
Oh,
do it in a deep dish just to annoy you even more.
Oh, it's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Pineapple is delicious on pizza
It is.
with Canadian bacon.
I've
and
had. I
jalapeno.
mean, I will try a bunch of different stuff on pizza. Pizza is,
We've learned.
Terry
Yeah.
put corn on pizza, ladies
Yes,
and gentlemen.
loves
In case you
corn.
and I
missed
will
that
continue to
episode.
do that when it's about.
Yes, you will.
Ah,
Number 7, mussels, and here's where I start agreeing.
Ugh. I used to go do a lot of training for work, and we would have this fancy schmancy buffet, like little breakfast thing. And we had a lot of Asian folks who would come in from Asia, to do the training and stuff. And smoked mussels, I guess, were like a specialty for them. Disgusting. They would eat it for breakfast. Nasty.
All right. Yeah.
I like mussels. Like
like
everything
That's
so
no
far on this
surprise.
list, I'm fine with. Except Peeps. Peeps should be a lot higher than
Oh,
you
they're
just
gross.
missed the list.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you people? Okay.
Number 6, horseradish.
Oh, what is?
Okay.
Oh no.
This
Oh,
one,
no.
this one's the first one where I'm like, you're wrong.
Prime
yeah.
rib, au jus,
Mhm.
horseradish, fantastic.
Hell yes.
Medium rare, don't overcook that shit.
Horseradish and
You're
my
welcome.
Bloody Mary. What? Yes. You never
Okay.
had that? You never had a little bit of horseradish in your Bloody Mary?
No, I don't
You
do a
are
lot of
missing
Bloody
out.
Marys.
Terry,
my
Terry
God.
does liquor. He don't do tomato juice.
Yeah. And tomato juice was an option on here, and I voted.
Yeah. All right.
That makes
Okay.
two of us.
Number 5, tofu.
Oh God, thank God. Something
And
that I
yeah.
do.
I will tell you about tofu. I don't like tofu. I don't like just eating tofu, but there's something about tofu floating in some kind of Chinese soup that makes it good. I don't
So-
know. It soaks up the flavor of the soup
Yes.
or something.
The benefit
And
of tofu is it takes the flavor of whatever you season
Yeah.
it with. So, like, I know a lot of people who make like marinated tofu instead of they're vegetarians. I just no, like, give me the steak instead. Like, I don't want to eat a block
Right.
of soybean
Yeah.
or
Well,
whatever.
first, you're a vegetarian, which is wrong. God
Yeah.
did not put all the delicious animals on the planet for you not to eat them, people. Okay, that's number
Especially
one.
he made them out of meat too. So.
Exactly. So that's number one. Number two, if they eat vegan food, the animals are vegan, so therefore you are also vegan, and you are not violating anything.
There you
That's
go.
a rule. Number three, tofu belongs in one place and one place only, and that's the
Garbage can.
trash.
Yes. Correct, sir. I love it.
I'll take some in my hot and spicy soup or sweet. what's
Sure.
it
Well,
called?
it's
Miso
Yeah,
soup?
because you live in Huntsville,
Miso soup.
you know,
Usually in miso soup.
bougie people.
Dying. Dying.
Okay.
Wait. Super Dave says tofu is California hippie tree hugging shit. And it was both Devin and Super Dave's number ones.
Interesting.
So they inflated the vote.
Yes.
But y'all think peeps are okay? I'm judging you. Number
Yes.
4, Terry.
Number 4, eggs.
Why did you have to put the grossest kind of eggs on the screen?
I
too?
did it on purpose because this is
Oh.
the right one to show.
Sunny
wish I
side
would've
up,
told-
baby.
I wish I would have told Chat GPT to break those yolks. That would have
I-
made it better.
I eat mine over easy, not sunny side up, but I do love some eggs.
That's
I mean,
way
eggs
too
are,
crisp of an edge there, though.
Oh.
I'll tell you that.
eggs
I'm
are
just gonna
way-
avoid looking at the screen.
They're versatile though, and you can use them for everything. And I don't.
You can
I
make
had
mayonnaise
eggs,
out of them.
I had steak and eggs on wheat bread today, and it was fantastic.
We
So-
are acting out the picture that is the title
Fun
picture right now.
Fun fact about Allison: the smell of cooked eggs will make me vomit. No question.
You know how many times we've heard the words, no, order what you want to.
Yes, and you
So
do,
many
and
times.
you eat them, and I'm fine
Oh,
because
I'm
I sit
gonna
with
eat
my
some
cup of
eggs.
I sit with my cup of coffee right here, so all I smell is the coffee.
You know what's funny? This morning I was putting all this together before we went to the soccer game, and Cyrus comes in and says, "Hey, can you make me some scrambled eggs?" And I was right in the middle of putting this list together. I'm like, "Yeah, what a
That's
great
great.
day to do this."
Yeah, no. Poor Lex. So people always laugh and they're like, "Why do you take your son out for breakfast so much?" Because like simple reason the kid loves eggs, and I can't cook them in my house. My house cannot smell like cooked eggs. So we will go out to breakfast every weekend so he can get some eggs, and of course like 33 other things because he's gigantic. But yeah, you are not cooking eggs in my house. Sorry, it ain't happening.
I love eggs.
Ugh.
So
Me too.
omelets and eggs in general.
We need a top 10 ways to make eggs. That'd be-
Deviled eggs, boiled eggs.
Oh,
I
stop,
mean,
please.
Number 3, oysters.
You people.
Not on
We're
my
back
list.
to-
And that's
Yeah.
where it's like my tagline here. No thanks, you can have mine. That's what I'll say to Andrew on this one. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can have all the
So
oysters.
these two know you dine with me, and there's oysters on
Mhm.
the menu. We're having oysters. Now, when I say we're having oysters, I'm having Terry's oysters. I'm having Amy's oysters. I will get Allison to eat a oyster, and then I'm eating the rest. So we
Correct.
only need like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Because Allison will only eat one. Terry
Correct.
will eat
tried.
what that?
I've tried. I will eat 0 now. I've tried
Yeah.
multiple ways to eat these and like them, and didn't like any of them.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Terry will eat exactly 0 oysters.
Right.
I have offered him every single time we've gone to a nice place to eat, and every single time the answer is no thanks.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's
How about
happened
another
before.
liquor drink that costs $43?
Well, that's what I like.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Save the appetizer money. Just give me the booze.
God, too funny.
No,
Right.
well, just I'll get the old fashioned that has bacon in it. That way.
There you go.
There we got a little appetizer. Yeah, exactly.
Number 2,
Oh.
liver.
See, now, I almost didn't put this on my list because I'm like, well, who loves liver? But to be fair, my mother loves liver.
Yeah.
Loves liver.
Liver and onions is a little tougher to eat, but like
Yeah.
we used to flour chicken liver and
Mhm.
like gizzards and
Mhm.
fry it,
Yeah.
So to me, that's good. So
Sure.
liver did not
I
make my
think-
list. But there,
I
in
think
all
there's
fairness,
a good
there are
way to
very.
eat it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that?
I think there's a good way to eat it, but not everybody knows how to prepare it right.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
also true. Because like my one of my friends growing up, his mama was married to a black guy for a long time, but from the South, so he cooked soul food. He cooked liver and onions like nobody's business. But I wouldn't trust just anybody
Right.
to cook
Right.
said liver and onions. You know,
Exactly.
because I think he was from Louisiana or Mississippi or from the
That's
deep
a-
South, and the
Yep.
homie could cook. And I mean,
Mhm.
he would cook like crap. You're like, oh no, I'm not eating
It's
that.
like
I've never heard of that.
Creole, Asian.
Yeah, and then you would eat it, and it was
Mhm.
banging. So, like, I'm okay with it prepared the proper way. To Terry's point, because you can overcook liver really easily, if you're not careful. It also has a very distinct taste, no matter how you cook it. So, if you don't like it, you just don't like it. There's no overcoming that.
Well, I mean, it's got a job to do in the body, and that job is not grabbing all the tasty things.
Right. No. That's exactly correct.
Detoxification.
Yes.
All right. Number 1, olives, and I completely agree with this. Disgusting.
Okay. That's fine. You just give them all to me.
Yuck.
Yeah, exactly. What is wrong? I love Kalamata olives, black olives,
Oh,
green
yeah.
olives.
Every kind of olive is a good olive.
Hey, correct me how I said it wrong. Say it for me. What?
Kalamata.
Kalamata olives. Yeah.
Kalamata
In
olives.
Redneck, North Carolina, it's Kalamata olives, but or Kalamata olives. I like them because they're more sour than all the other
Yeah.
olives, and they are amazing in Greek food.
Correct. That's right.
Yeah. And I was never a
Great.
martini guy, but I would definitely eat the olives out of them.
Well, Bloody Marys, extra olives. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I did do bloody beer with olives. Like I call it bloody beer, but you put the beer, tomato juice,
Yes, I know.
olives. Oh yeah.
Lord.
Ugh.
Look at
It's just like, please stop.
Sounds like
All
you're
of this is
combining
good.
things before you dump it all out.
Okay, this one I don't understand. Devin says green olives are gross, but the black ones are good. What? They're olives.
There is a completely different taste of them, though. He's right.
Oh,
The
you're
green
talking
olives are
okay, because
sour.
like
Green
I think
olives are
he's talking
sour.
about
Black
the-
olives are not. Yeah,
the super salty and sour. Yeah.
yeah. But I love
That's a good
olives.
one.
Like I'll get the ones stuffed with blue cheese and shit from the store. Oh
Mhm.
my god, they're so good. And you
Oh,
don't eat
hell
them
yeah.
warm. You put that in the fridge the way God
Fridge.
intended, and then you
Mhm.
eat them.
Yep. Same.
And Terry,
It's like I hate you guys.
apparently you
You
feel
can
the way
have
about olives I feel about Peeps. So
God,
Well, I
stop
feel
it
that
with the-
way about Peeps too. Yeah.
I'm
And I
buying y'all
appreciate-
peeps for Easter. Just wait. It's
I'm
happening.
surprised people didn't vote for onions higher. I expected
Sauerkraut?
onions to show up.
what?
Well,
How did
onions-
sauerkraut not make the or pumpkin
Because
sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut was really close. I
because
mean,
we all love sauerkraut.
well,
the only
here's
weird-
the thing. So sauerkraut, I think, must have been around 15 or 16 because I did get a picture for it. And also feta cheese was close.
What?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember what else, but yeah,
Wow.
those were the next contenders.
Like capers are a little weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Mushrooms were on that list. No, that was on my list. Mushrooms are gross.
Anything that involves Reuben, I'm good on getting on this list.
Oh,
I
God,
mean-
No
Reuben is the
sauerkraut,
best sandwich
no
ever.
pumpernickel, no corned beef.
You make me a pastrami Reuben, and I am all over that bitch.
Yeah, but pastrami on rye is not a Reuben.
No, I didn't say pastrami on rye. I said a pastrami Reuben. All
Yeah, but
you're
what I heard you
replacing
say
is
is
corned
make
beef.
me a pastrami on rye and I'm all over it. We're going to New York Deli when we go to the game. The
Yes, we are.
stadium, if you will.
Mhm.
Stadium.
That's right.
All right, let me run it down. Foods that you hate that others love. Number 10, pumpkin pie, ridiculous. Number 9, mayonnaise, also ridiculous. Number 8, pineapple on pizza, delicious. Number 7, mussels. Number 6, horseradish. Number 5, tofu. Number 4, eggs, the greatest food ever created. Number 3, oysters. Number 2, liver. And number 1, as it should be, olives.
What is a chitterling?
Chitlin.
Chitlings is
Oh.
what he meant. Yeah,
Oh.
chitlings. Yeah.
What's a chitlin?
I don't know what it is technically, but we put it in cornbread down here.
Yep.
All right. Yes. Guess who's not the
It's
southern?
what? Let me look it up. It's got to be some kind of intestine or something, right?
Oh,
Is
gross.
what is a chitling? Small intestines of pigs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good.
I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want. Well, it's like I love menudo, and that is the stomach of a cow.
What?
Menudo soup. Yeah, menudo soup.
Yeah, but
I
you
thought
like
it was
you
a
also
boy
like
band.
tongue. You also like tongue, don't you?
Yeah,
Talking
lingua.
about food.
Lingua.
Or-
So the stomach of a cow, Terry.
Mm.
So this is the best hangover cure in the world because I was a practicing alcoholic for years. So you get menudo and you get it extra spicy. I am telling you right now, that shit is on time, and it will wipe out any hangover you ever have.
All right.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good.
I think I'll deal with a hangover. It'll go
Yep.
away.
And Superman says no, he draws the line at the asshole.
Let me
on the
say
page.
something. I think Dave might be a minute or two behind us or something.
He
Because
definitely
he's
is,
reacting
yeah.
a little bit behind.
Well, it takes him a little minute to process everything.
Well,
Can't
some
help
of this
he's
stuff
only
will
got-
take me a minute to process also.
He
He's
can't
a
help he's
senior.
only got one eye, and he's trying to read with just the good one. So there he's
Alrighty.
gone. He did.
That did it. Dying.
Speaking of Pond Water Dave,
Mhm.
this week on their show, they're going to record on Wednesday. And what did Dave call this? I don't know if they originated this thought on Markout Moments, but they're going to review Big Ass Wrestling Saturday. That's what they're
Oh.
calling it.
Well, all right. I mean,
Mm.
that's what it kind of was.
I will have
All
to show up on his show and tell him why he is wrong on all accounts.
I'm pretty sure we all do that anyway.
Pretty much. But the Yankees will be playing the White Sox Wednesday night.
Okay.
So I will have you will not have my undivided attention.
Okay.
Speaking of the White Sox, did anybody see that today is the anniversary of when those two guys ran out on the field and attacked the first base coach with a knife? When
I'm
it was-
sorry.
did
What?
not.
It was at Comiskey Park, and I
No.
think it was maybe the Royals or somebody was playing at Comiskey, and just in the middle of the game, this guy and his son, like his kind of adult son and adult father, ran out
horrible.
on the field and attacked the first base coach.
No, that's
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 This was
insanity.
like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I don't know. It's crazy.
people. Weirdos.
Oh, so as we said, we are going to take another weekend off next weekend. It's not to celebrate my birthday, even though Friday will be my birthday, but it's because Andrew's going to be unavailable, and I'm just going to say, let's take my weekend off of my birthday, and I'm going to do something fun.
There you go.
My boss is taking me and my team to a fancy ass restaurant. It's gonna be awesome. We're making him pay. Ugh. Actually, he offered, but still, sounds better when we say we're making him pay.
Right. I was
Sure.
going to say, what is him pay? I've never heard of that food.
Making him pay. HA. Yeah. I don't have to reach for my wallet.
What?
I know.
You can at
We-
least like
look.
do one of these. Oh, okay. You're getting it.
Oh,
No. He's made it very clear that's not happening.
Oh, I got a
He-
good.
I have a reputation, ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen, and he even knows.
That's right.
So I had a job where we had to support something in Hawaii for a few months, and we would go out a couple of weeks at a time and then trade out. Well, the CEO of the company flies out to Hawaii, and we go to dinner with him, the CEO, and there's several people at the table.
Did you reject oysters he ordered as an appetizer?
Oh, well, I will say that it was sushi, but this is not the story I was going to tell. The program manager, though, this guy, he's from Iowa, and
Oh no!
he's eating sushi, right?
I was gonna say, did he ask for chicken fingers?
So
or-
I'm going to have two different stories here, since you reminded me of that. But he ate something. He ate a piece of sushi that was spicy, so he reaches for something to try to cool his mouth down.
Oh no!
And then the next thing you know, he goes, "That green stuff is hot."
Got the wasabi.
I love it.
But anyway, that wasn't the story. So the CEO is there, and it is a ton of people, and they bring the check, and he goes, "Can you break that up individually?" And everybody's looking around like, "What the crap?" And then talk about pissing off a waitress. She brings them all back, and he goes, "Put them all on this card."
Oh,
Okay.
no, he did
As-
not.
As somebody who has worked in the dining industry, I'm Greek. I worked at a diner for years. I know you're shocked. I would have punched that man, like just flat out, been like, "Bitch, no! Holy cow!
Yes.
Wow, that
I know.
is next level douchery."
Oh, it is.
I
Ooh.
enjoyed that story very much.
Yes,
Really?
exactly. Because everybody's thinking, "What the hell? He's not paying for everything."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
We don't have that problem when you dine with me.
No.
Oh
But
my goodness.
we're gonna have to do some New York dining. I'm so excited. Oh my god, so excited! And then
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
have to go
Costa
through-
Rica dining. By the way,
We're
before
gonna
we
have
do that,
to. You're gonna
There's
have
some
to
pretty
not.
good pizza in St. Louis. So that's about all we ate.
did you put pineapple on it?
No, we didn't.
You probably put
Just
corn.
pepperoni because that's all we get.
Allison says,
Okay, well, it's been
All
a
right.
good show, and
Good
like
show.
I said, we are off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We don't know what the topic will be, but we're going to
Mm-mm.
float some ideas, and we'll have a good show either way.
Yeah.
it'll be fun. It's always
know.
fun.
Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us. We do appreciate it.
And it will be Major League Baseball playoff season.
Yes, it will.
Playoffs.
Andrew
wait,
and I'll be
that's football.
screaming at each other. Well, not each other. We'll just be screaming a lot.
Playoffs.
See you next month, Devin. I will be older at that point, and I may win the lottery by that point. So who knows what happens?
Terry's 1 year
If
closer to my
Your
age. Yeah.
stupid state would let you gamble like a regular person.
Well, I will
wouldn't
keep driving up to the Piggly Wiggly parking lot and using the app to buy a Tennessee lottery ticket. That is my plan because it locates me in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot and it allows me to do it. So I'll keep doing that.
It
Is
works.
it 7 or is it 6, Devin? I thought there was only 6 games left, 3 and 3. Or do they have a 4-game series?
I don't know.
Let me do some tabulating
Oh,
here.
I've got the app right here.
I don't know. It doesn't
Y'all
matter.
are-
It'll all
y'all
be over
already
by the
know.
time we're back.
Yeah.
And we're just
Devin is
delaying the
incorrect.
inevitable.
There are 6 games left. We are at game 156 as of today. Do not challenge Super Yankees fans. They will argue with you. The bullpen is shit. Somebody
Yeah.
argue with me about that. Let's go.
No,
I'm ready.
nobody's gonna argue with you because that's the truth. It fucking sucks.
Where is Mariano Rivera? Retired with a bad Achilles, apparently. That's where.
Well, thanks
doesn't-
everybody for showing up. Devin, Super Dave,
Oh,
who else?
Before we end, we want to give a shout out to our show of the friend of the show, Bober, Mike Bober, for winning his ball hockey championships. Yay, Bober!
Awesome. Good job,
I
folks.
actually watched the game. They won 4-1. Not nearly enough thugging and bugging for my taste. I would be a great goon in the floor hockey, but apparently not in this league. They look like senior citizens and probably were not allowed to be hitting hard and body checking.
I did watch Bober pull a penalty, get a penalty against the other team against him. Watched him go down. I don't want to laugh or like say anything mean because he'll hate me forever. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
but it was good.
Maybe,
Congratulations.
maybe we can bring him on the show in 2 weeks and watch a video and he can show us.
I'm
that
sure he's
part.
got them all.
Oh yeah, it didn't take him long to post that trophy picture.
That's right. Well, thanks everybody.
Yes.
And we are pretty far over, but that's what happens when we only have a show every 2 weeks. Thanks for voting. We'll try to have a fun, another fun poll. This one was fun. That's about all I got, guys. I'm ready to go to bed.
I hear that.
Well, You need to end the show the way
Yeah.
only you can, Terry.
Thank you both. And you guys have a great week and a great weekend next weekend. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. And as
Happy
always, love
birthday.
your people. Tell them you love them. Make it weird. See you next time, everybody.